What is going on, you guys? My name is Destruct, and in this video we're doing a kind of different video. This is all about the lore and backstory of Planetside 2. So if you didn't know, lore is basically the kind of hidden story that they don't tell you about. There isn't actually a campaign in Planetside 2, but there's 3 factions, and they all are fighting each other on this planet, which isn't Earth, it's Auraxis. And I guess it's kind of people are always interested in kind of the backstory behind it. And there's actually a really good load of lore for this game. I really do like reading this. And I'm on the Wikipedia page for Planetside 2 right now. Now, Planetside 2 is a sequel to Planetside, but it's pretty much the same game, just kind of upgraded. All the weapons are different, and like vehicles, everything. The kind of planet is kind of reimagined. It's the same planet and the same story, but it's just kind of upgraded. And I just got a notification on my PS4. Never mind. So we'll start, and on the Wikipedia page there is a plot summary in like one sentence pretty much, and it says, I'll read it now. Planetside 2's plot revolves around the planet Auraxis, which was discovered and settled by travellers from Earth and is now embroiled in a bitter war over control of its land and resources. So basically there's 3 factions: New Conglomerate, Terran Republic, and Vanu Sovereignty. And they all have different beliefs and kind of political views, and that's why they're fighting. And how it works is, before they arrived at this Auraxis, they had evidence to suggest that there was alien artifacts or life in the other side of a wormhole, and they rallied up I think it was 75,000 people on 200 ships to go through this wormhole and kind of like create a settlement on the other side, and then try and get communications back with Earth to try and send these resources back. And the Terran Republic, their faction is basically, they were in control of Earth at the time. They're kind of like the government almost. They made the decisions, and Terran really wanted to get these resources so they could make a lot of money. And then there was like a faction created because people wanted to overthrow the Terran. They didn't like the fact that they were trying to use the resources on the planet just for their kind of own personal gain. And that's the New Conglomerate. They're kind of the conflicting side with the Terran. They're basically enemies, like complete enemies. Like they're like the opposites of each other. So like Democrats and Republicans kind of thing. And then there's the other faction, which is Vanu Sovereignty, and they believe in. They're not really necessarily like what's it called, nemesis, like arch enemies with any, but they basically want control over the planet so they can get the resources and develop futuristic technology. So yeah, and basically they go through this wormhole. There's loads of different people on it. So there's people from each faction on it. So let's say like a third for each faction. And they come out of this wormhole, planning to go somewhere different, and they end up outside this planet called Auraxis, which they don't know what it is, and with no kind of way to like get communications back with Earth. They decided to go and try and create a settlement on this planet. And after, I think it was a few hundred years, it says in the lore, that basically the factions become more definitive and they start fighting. So all the 3 factions all are fighting for land on the planet. So we're fighting over the 4 continents, which are Indar, Hosin, Esamir, and I forgot the other one now. I'm very sorry about that. So Vanu were looking for resources. Terran are trying to get control because they're kind of like the monarchy from Earth, and New Conglomerate are trying to get control and kind of overthrow the Terran Republic. And that is basically the lore behind it. It's quite a simple story if you think about it, but I actually really like the detail they've put into it. Like, if you look at the kind of detailed history of the entire story, it's actually really interesting. And I do like games with good lore. There's games like this which are kind of, they don't have a proper story that kind of like, you know, jumps up at you, but they have lore. Like Destiny, it doesn't have a good story, but what it does have is like if you look at the Grimoire cards, they have like a lot of like backstory and kind of little details which are quite interesting, really. I know this is kind of a different video. I've never really done one of these before. It's quite geeky stuff, but I just got into Planetside 2 and I quite like the lore of it, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. If you guys did enjoy this and learned something, then yeah, make sure you drop a like and subscribe, because this took quite a while to kind of gather the information for. And yeah, if you want more Planetside 2 content, then make sure you subscribe, because I'm doing more over the next few weeks, as I've been mentioning in the past videos. But yeah, this has been really fun to do, and hopefully I can do some more lore in maybe Destiny or any other future games which have good lore. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.